Hello, students. So let's just say that you have gotten your Suzanne here and let's say you made a little top hat out of some cylinders and you want to take a nice professional picture of this. So the way to do that is to come down to this method of display and click on that, and you can change that from your solid view to rendered view. And you'll notice that now it's showing I had added some planes and a cube, and that I had added some materials and colored them, and I want to take a screenshot, and this is just going to look really good. So I'm going to grab a hold of, hold on, give me a second, my snipping tool. So you're just going to type in snip and search for that tool, and when you get that, you'll click new, and then you can just come in and take a snip of what you have and make it nice and professional looking. So I'm just going to right click on that, and then you're going to say save as. And something that's kind of important, I forgot. The Blender program only likes to work out of your C and D drives. So pick your C or D drive, whatever you normally use, or if you have a different student drive, it's only going to show those major drives in there when you go into Blender. So I'm just going to go ahead and I'm going to create a 3D modeling work folder in my D drive. And I will double click on that. You're going to name your files with your first and last name, and this one specifically you'll call orientation. So this is my first and last name because it's my work, and then you will put your first and last name for your work, okay? And actually, this is a student work. It's not mine, but I'm doing an example with my name because I can't use the student's name. So very cool. This is a student whose last name is Hathaway. First name starts with B. So if you know B Hathaway, say, dude, we saw your work in 3D art. It's awesome. Yeah, I was one of the best students. So did really cool work. Like to show that off. And then you're just going to click save in this blank right here. The extension for a Blender file is .blend. So leave that there. Once again, type your first and last name and orientation. Okay. And then you're just going to save that by clicking, you can either, I think it's hit enter twice, or you can actually physically hit this save as Blender. Okay. All right. So you'll want to save your Blender file and save your screenshot. Then you're going to go over to the discussion, the orientation discussion. Okay. So here it is, the orientation discussion. It says to create your Suzanne seam, save your Suzanne seam, your Blender file, take a professional screenshot. We just did that, and save as your first and last name orientation. And then you're going to post that by doing this. So here's where this video comes in. So you're going to click here on the orientation discussion link. Okay. And then you're going to start a new thread. Okay. And I'm just going to call this, my Suzanne scene. Okay, and then you're going to click on this insert image. Okay, there's a couple of different ways that you could do this. So follow these directions so that your picture shows up as a picture, not as a file for students to see. Okay, so you're going to click your upload and then go to that 3D modeling work folder that you created. And then you're going to click on your JPEG, the one that looks like an image in your folders. Okay. And then you're not going to add it as an attachment. Okay. If you add it as an attachment, you're not going to be able, well, I don't think so. I'm pretty sure you have to store it in, I can try it. Let's see. Add as an attachment. Let's try it. Oh, okay. This is where you'll put, this image is decorative. Oh, and look, it shows up. Okay, so there it is. All right, so how did you do that? By clicking on insert image. Okay, so I think it also works if you upload it and just store it in your course files. It works the same way. And then you just always have to make sure you put this image is decorative. And so when you add that the image is decorative, then you can actually see it. Well, we don't need 2 of them there. So I'm just going to do 1 of those there. Now, if you wanted to say anything about your process or something that you learned, this would be where you would type that. Okay, this is actually B. Hathaway's work. He is awesome. If you see him in class, let him know Mrs. Girot loved his 3D modeling work. Okay, so then, yeah, so don't add attachments. You don't need to do that. And then you're just going to click post. And when you do, your image is going to show up here, and students will just be able to scroll down and see each other's work. Now, if you wanted to leave a comment or ask a question to somebody in the class, how you do that is you click on their hyperlink, okay? And that's where you can reply to their thread, okay? And what I have found is that I just have to hit my back browser button to get back to the list that you can just scroll down and see everybody's work on, okay? So that's how the discussion forum is gonna work. This is great because it's gonna allow you to see what other students are coming up with. It's so exciting to not just be sitting there by yourself thinking, am I the only one who's not getting this? Or looking at somebody else and what they did and get some great ideas and go, wow, I never really thought about the fact that I could create some shadow effects and I could put a plane in the background and color it, or a plane on the floor and make a floor. Like, there's lots of great ideas that you can get from your classmates. So make sure that you're browsing through the discussion forums and posting your work. Thanks. Good job, you guys.